So good evening everyone. Online. Is my voice is audible to you all? Can you confirm in chat box once as well as screen? Click for all of you. Yes. So actually in last class what we have discussed? We have discussed about the servers, types of servers, and then architectures of servers, right? So now in this class we are going to start about the Linux introduction. So see here, as a DevOps engineer, we should know about the Linux. Without Linux, we can't learn the DevOps. So clear for all of you? Without Linux, we can't learn the DevOps. So online అర్థమవుతుందా? సో ఫాలో అవుతున్నారా? So can you confirm in chat box once? Yes. So now see here. So now see here. So before that, let me ask you one question. So daily we are using the servers. Daily we are creating the servers. Like in upcoming classes, we are going to create the servers. Let's say our laptop is also one server, right? Our laptop is also one server. So if your laptop needs to work, we need one OS, right? What we need? We need one OS. Now my question is, what is mean by OS? What is mean by OS? OS అంటే ఏంటి? Anybody has any idea? What is mean by OS? OS is nothing but like some will say operating system. So actually it is going to be the full form of OS. Full form of OS. But what exactly it will do means, so let's say we are the humans, right? We are the humans. We know Telugu, Hindi, Kannada, Malayalam, Tamil, English. We know number of languages. But the mission will only understand binary level language. Will only understand binary level language, nothing but zeros and ones. So other than this, mission can't understand any language. So if the human want to communicate with your server, nothing but if the human want to communicate with the server, we need one translator, right? We need one translator. So here, translator are nothing but the OS. So ultimately, OS is nothing but which provides the communication between user, which provides the communication between user as well as system are nothing but OS. So clear for all of you? What is meant by OS? అర్థమైందా? So can you please confirm in chat box once so that I can move? Yes, that's great. So now, next. So this is all about the introduction of Linux. So let me share the PPT of Linux here. So search for Canva. Linux. Presentation. So now see here Linux. So Linux is a free and open source operating system. Linux is free and open source operating system. Now, what is meant by free? Free is nothing but anyone can access without any pay. Anyone can access without any pay. Open source, anyone can access. With the high security. For the Linux systems, we are having the high security. Now, Linux is multi-user based OS. Linux is multi-user based OS. Okay, now clear for all of you? Next. Now, what is meant by OS? OS is nothing but full form of operating system. An operating system is a software that acts as an interface between computer hardware components as well as the user. So, just now we have discussed it, right? An operating system is a software that acts as an interface between computer hardware components as well as the user. Nothing but OS. So here we are having the number of types of OSs. So see here types of OSs. So if you are using the Windows, we are having the Windows OS. If you are using the MacBook, you are having the MacBook OS. If you are using the Ubuntu, we are having the Ubuntu OSs. So online clear for all of you about the types of OSs. Next, that's great. After this, what we are having? We are having the Linux OS distributions. So see here, let's say daily we are using the phones, right? Daily we are using the phones. So in the phones, we are having number of types of phones. Like we are having Samsung. So we are having Samsung, Vivo, Oppo, okay now, Realme, Redmi. So we are having the different types of phones. So if phone is the OS, so these all are the distributions. So clear for all of you? Distributions of OSs. Next. Next, after this, what we are having? So see here. So these all are the distributions, guys. So we are having the Red Hat, Ubuntu, Debian, CentOS, Fedora, OpenSUSE, Kali Linux, Amazon Linux, Rocky Linux. These all are the distributions of OSs. Next. So see here, it was very important. So Linux architecture. So in the Linux architecture, totally we are having four components. How many components we are having? We are having the four components. So the first one is about the hardware. What we are having? We are having the hardware. Let's say this is your laptop. This is your laptop. When you have connected any external devices to your laptop, like printer, mouse, HDMI cable, any external devices that are connected to your laptop, those information will store on the hardware. So clear for all of you about the hardware? Next, after hardware, we are having the kernel. Now, what is meant by kernel? Let's say this is my laptop. In my laptop, I am having the hardware components. Like we are having the CPU, we are having the memory, we are having the keyboards, mouse. Hardware components are in the sense which we can see, which we can touch, are nothing but the hardware components. So again, this is my laptop. In my laptop, I am having the software components. So we are having the uh, pros, I mean, soft runtimes, binaries, libraries. We are having, right? So kernel is the reason to provide the communication between hardware components as well as software components. So what OS will do? OS will provide the communication between user and then machine. Kernel will provide the communication between hardware components as well as software components that are present in your laptop. So clear for all of you about the kernel. So then next, after kernel, what we are having? We are having the shell. What we are having? We are having the shell. So now, what is meant by shell? Let's say our laptop. Let's say this is my laptop. In my laptop, I am going to perform one command like cd space dot aws. cd space dot aws. So actually cd is the command. It is nothing but change directory. The place where our commands are executing, the place where our commands are executing are nothing but shell. Okay, now place where our commands are executing are nothing but shell. So after shell, what we are having? We are having the application. After shell, what we are having? We are having the application. Let's say this is my laptop. In my laptop, I am having different applications. Like I am having the Zoom, I am having the VLC Media, GoToMeeting, Visual Studio. These all are the applications, right? So the place where our applications are present are nothing but application. So clear for all of you. Totally we have done with the architecture of Linux. So let me recap it one more time for you. So see here. So the first one is about hardware. Now what is meant by hardware? Let's say this is your laptop. If you have connected any external devices to your laptop like hardware, HDMI ports, mouse, printer, these all are the hardware, external devices. So any external devices that are connected to your laptop, those information will store on the hardware component. So after hardware, what we are having? We are having the kernel. Now, what is meant by kernel? So let's say this is my laptop. In my laptop, I am having the hardware components like CPU, RAM, okay, now keyboard as well as mouse. So again, in my laptop, I am having the software components like runtimes, boot files, okay, the softwares. So kernel is a reason to provide the communication between hardware components as well as software components. So after kernel, what we are having? We are having the shell. Now, what is meant by shell? Shell is nothing but the place where our commands are executing. So see here, cd space dot aws I am giving. So ultimately, the place where our commands are executing are nothing but shell. So after shell, what we are having? We are having the applications. So application are nothing but, so these all are the applications, right? VLC Media, Visual Studio Code, Zoom, GoToMeeting. These all are the applications. The place where our applications are stored are nothing but application. So claim for all of you online. అర్థమైందా అండి? Or else మళ్ళీ రిపీట్ చేయాలా? So please confirm in chat box once so that I can know. That's great. Now, so see here, just try to open your Chrome and search for killercoder.com. Okay, now actually, what I am going to do now means, so if you want to learn the Linux, if you want to learn the Linux, I need one server. If you want to learn the, I need one server. So, who will provide me the server? Who will provide me the server? Means ultimately we are having the cloud providers, nothing but AWS, Azure, as well as GCP. Okay, na? So these are the cloud providers will provide the server. If you want to create the server in AWS, we need to have an account in the AWS first. Later we are going to create the server. Correct, right? So let's say if you are trying to book a mobile, book a phone in the Amazon, first we should have an account in the Amazon, right? In the same manner, if you want to create a server on the AWS, first you should have an account on the AWS. So first you should have an account in the Azure. So later by using those accounts, you are going to create the server. Now, if you want to create the account, so we need one debit card with international transaction enabled, which will charge only 2 rupees, not more than that. So I will guide you how to create the accounts in the upcoming sessions. So meanwhile, we can use the killer coda. So see here, just try to go to your Chrome, and search for killer coda. So let me do all this. Go to your Chrome and then search for killercoda.com. So then click on the playgrounds. Scroll down here, Ubuntu 24.04. So click on that one. So scroll down. So here we can practice our Linux. So in generally, if you want to create a file in the Windows, what we are going to do? We are going to click on the right click, okay, na? New, and then file name, right? File name. In the same manner, if you want to create the file over the server, we are having the command called touch. Touch is the, touch is the command to create a file. So let's say touch and then file name. Now I am going to give the AWS. So ultimately this command is going to create a file with the name of AWS. So then hit enter. File was created. So I want to check whether my file was created or not. How you are going to check means, so we are having the command called ls. So see here ls and then hit enter. I am having the AWS file. It means we have created the AWS file. I want to create Azure file. So the command will be the same. Touch and then file name. What we are having? Azure. So then hit enter. File was created. Now I want to check whether my file was created or not. So then give the ls. We are having the Azure. And also we are having one more command to see the list of files. So the command will be ll. So ls is nothing but short list. LL is nothing but long list. So like clear for all of you how to create a files over the Linux. Yes, that's great. So after this, we are having how to create the series of files. So this is the way to create single file. But I want to create series of files. Let's say I want to create TCS1, TCS2, TCS3 up to TCS10 I want to create. So the command will be touch series. Whatever the series you want to give. Series open braces 1 double dot 10. So this is the command to create 10 files at a time with the name of TCS. So then hit enter. So totally we are having 10 files regarding the TCS. So remember guys, whenever you are using this command, here only 2 dots should be present. So if you given the by mistakenly has 3 dots, it is not going to be accept. So see here, I am going to give touch, let's say info, open braces, 1 triple dot 10. So ultimately it is going to under one file. So then hit enter, we are having under one file. So ultimately this is the one file name. So here dot should be present too. If you have given like one dot, it is not going to be accept. PWC I'm giving. So ultimately it is going to create one file like with the PWC. So dot should be present to only. So online clear for all of you? Yes, that's great. Now I want to create multiple files. Let's say I want to create a Sai file, Raju file, Ravi file. I want to create multiple files. So the command will be touch Raju, Ravi, Sai. Just try to mention the spaces between them. So ultimately, this is the command to create the multiple files. So then hit enter. Give the ls. We are having the Ravi, Sai as well as Raju. So totally we have seen the how to create single file, multiple files as well as series of files. So see here, I am going to repeat one more time. Touch file name. So ultimately this is the command to create a single file. Again, I want to create multiple files. So touch file name. Just try to mention the spaces between them. Sai, Raju, Ravi. So this is a command. This is a way to create the multiple files. But I want to create series of files. So the command will be touch TCS open braces 1 double dot 10. So it is going to create TCS1, TCS2, TCS3 up to TCS10. So here only 2 dots should be present. So if you given the 3 dots, it is not going to be accepted. If you give the single dot, it is not going to be accepted. So just try to give the 2 dots here. Now, I want to remove a file. In the Linux, if you want to remove a file, so the command will be rm. Rm is nothing but remove. So the file you want to remove. So I want to remove the file called AWS. So then hit enter. It was removed. So I want to check, cross check. If you want to cross check, so the command will be the ls. So previously I am having the AWS file, but now I am not having any AWS file. I want to remove the multiple files at a time. So the command will be the same. Rm Raju, Sai, as well as Ravi. So just have to give the file name. So then hit enter. It was removed. Now I want to cross check whether my files are removed or not. How you are going to check that one means give the ls. Previously I am having the Raju, Sai as well as Ravi. Now I am not having any files. So clear for all of you how to remove the single file, multiple files. Now I want to remove the series of files. I want to remove the series of files. So the command will be touch series TCS star. So here star is nothing but all. So whatever the file that are starting with the TCS, it is going to remove all. So then hit enter. My all files regarding the TCS was removed. So if you want to cross check, so then command will be the ls. Sorry. I have given the touch, right? I need to give here rm, nothing but remove. So totally it was removed. So the give the ls we are having. So previously I used to have the TCS files, but now I am not having any TCS files. So online clear for all of you how to create the single file, multiple files as well as series of files. Also how to remove the single file, multiple file as well as series of files. So let me write it one more time for you. To create a single file, so the command will be touch AWS. Okay, now if you want to create multiple files, so the command will be so Azure, GCP, DevOps. It is going to create the multiple files. So these all are the file names. Okay, now if you want to create the series of files, if you want to create the series of files, so the touch series that you want to start TCS 1 double dot 10. It is going to create TCS 10 files. In the creation of files. These all are the creation of files. But I want to remove the files. If you want to remove the files, so the command will be rm and then file name. So I want to remove the file called AWS. So ultimately it is going to remove the AWS file. Okay now. Next, if you want to remove the multiple files, so the command will be rm and then file names Azure, GCP, DevOps. It is going to remove the multiple files at a time. But I want to remove the series of files. So the command will be again rm. So here rm is nothing but a remove. So then series names. Let's say it is going to start the TCS, right? So just try to give the TCS star. So the files that are starting with the TCS, it is going to remove all. So online clear for all of you? అర్థమైందా అండి? Please confirm me in chat box once. Yes. That's great. Now I want to see the list of files that are present in my server. So the command will be the ls or ll. So here ls is nothing but short list. ls is nothing but a short list. So ll is nothing but long list. ll is nothing but long list. Now, so if you want to create the folder, if you want to create the folder in Windows, generally what we are going to do, click on the right click. Okay now. So then new and then folder. That's it. It is going to create the folder. But whereas in the server, folders are going to call as directories. Folders are going to call as directories. So if you want to create a folder, nothing but a directory in a server, so the command will be mkdir, nothing but make directory. Mkdir and then directory name. So let's say I am going to give as test. So ultimately test is the directory name. So then hit enter. My directory was created. If you want to see the list of directories, so the command will be the same, ls or ll, anything is fine. So totally we are having the test directory. So this is the way to create a single directory, but I want to create the multiple directories. So the command will be the same, mkdir. So I'm going to give as directory name AWS, DevOps, GCP. These all are the directories. So then give the ls. We are having the DevOps directory, AWS directory, as well as GCP directories. Now my question is, how can you get to know that whether this is directory, whether this is file? How you are going to identify? So ఎలా ఐడెంటిఫై చేస్తారు? సో ఎలా ఐడెంటిఫై చేస్తారు?
The blue highlighted ones are directories and the white ones are files.
That's great. So blue color are directories, white color are files. So when you give the ls, but when you give the ll, so the directories will start with the d. Directories will start with the d, but the files are starting with the hyphen. So here hyphen is nothing but file. D is nothing but the directory. Okay. Now I want to create the series of directories. So the command will be the same, mkdir, and then directories series that you want to start. Let's say I want to start with Harsha. So then open the braces 1:10. So ultimately it is going to create 10 directories at a time. So then hit enter. Now give the ls. We are having 10 directories. Okay na? Now I want to remove a directory. I want to remove a directory. So the command will be rmdir, remove directory. For the file we are going to mention rm, that's it. But whereas in directory you need to be mentioned rmdir and then directory name. So let's say directory name is going to be the AWS. So it is going to remove the AWS directory. Previously, I used to have the AWS, but now give the ls, I'm not having any AWS directory. I want to remove the multiple directories. So the command will be the same. rm dir directory name. So DevOps GCP. Next, what we are having? Test. So ultimately, we have removed the 3 directories at a time. Yesterday, give the ls. Previously, I used to have the DevOps directory, GCP directory, as well as test directory. But now I am not having any directories. So this is the way to remove the multiple directories. Now, if you want to remove the series of directories, so the command will be rmdir. So series that are starting with Harsha, right? Harsha star. It is going to remove all the directories that are regarding the Harsha. So then hit enter. It was removed. So I just had to cross check ls. We are not having any directories here. So online clear for all of you. So yes, that's great. Now, what we have done up to now, so let me recap it one more time for you. So in this class, what we have discussed first, we have discussed about the OS, right? Now, what is meant by OS? So OS is nothing but an operating system that is going to provide the communication between user as well as a machine, nothing but the server. OS is nothing but an operating system which is going to act as an interface between user as well as mission, are nothing but OS. So after this, we have discussed about the types of OSs. So basically, we are having 3 types of OSs. I mean, nothing but yeah. Sorry for this. So basically, we are having 3 types of OSs. One was the Windows. Second one was the MacBook. I mean, nothing but Mac OS. So the third one is about the Ubuntu. After this, we have discussed about the OS architecture. So in the OS architecture, totally we are having 4 components. So the first one is about the hardware. Now, what is meant by hardware? Let's say this is my laptop. When you have connected any external devices that are connected to your laptop, those information will store on the hardware component. So here external devices are nothing but printer, mouse, HDMI cable. These all are the external devices. So when you have connected any external devices, those information will store on the hardware component. So after hardware component, what we are having? We are having the shell. Now, what is meant by shell? Shell is nothing but, let's say, this is my laptop. In my laptop, I am having the software components, right? Like boot files, runtimes, libraries. These all are the software components. Again, in your laptop, you are having the hardware components like CPU, RAM, as well as mouse, as well as keyboard. These all are the hardware components. So kernel is the reason that are going to provide the communication between hardware as well as software components. So after kernel, what we are having? We are having the shell. Now, what is meant by shell? The place where our commands are executing are nothing but shell. So up to now we have executed some commands, right? Those commands are executing on the shell part. So after shell, what we are having? We are having the application. So let's say this is my laptop. In my laptop, I am having the different applications, right? We are having the VLC media, Zoom, GoToMeeting, Visual Studio Code. So these all are the applications. The place where our applications are present are nothing but application. So after this, what we have discussed? We have discussed about the how to create a file. So if you want to create a file in the Linux, so the command will be touch and then file name. So I want to cross check whether my file was created or not. So the command will be ls or ll. So now what is meant by ls? Ls is nothing but short list. LL is nothing but long list. So after this, we have created multiple files. So command will be touch file names Azure, GCP as well as DevOps. Okay now. So this is the way to create multiple files. If you want to create the series of files, so the command will be touch series that you want to create TCS 1.10. It is going to create 10 files. So then next, after this, what we have discussed about how to remove a file. So the command will be the rm and then file name. So that you want to remove. So I want to remove the AWS file. So rm AWS. So if you want to remove the multiple files, so the command will be the same rm Azure, GCP as well as DevOps. So it is going to remove multiple files. If you want to remove series of files, so the command will be rm tcs star. It is going to remove all the files that are starting with the tcs. So then next, after this, what we have discussed about the how to create a folder. So in the Linux, folders are going to called as directories. So if you want to create a directory, so the command will be mkdir and then directory name. So this is the way to create a single directory. But I want to create multiple directories. So the command will be the same mkdir directory names. Okay, now if you want to create a series of directories, so the command will be mkdir series that you want to create tcs 1.5. It is going to create 5 directories. So if you want to cross check, so the command will be the ls or ll again. Okay. Next, if you want to remove a directory, so the command will be rmdir, nothing but remove directory and then directory name. So this is the way to create the remove the single directory. But I want to remove the multiple directories means rmdir, so directory names. So series of directories, rmdir, tcs star. That's it. So online clear for all of you up to now what we have discussed. So అర్థమైందా? So that's great. So guys, if you have any doubts over the session, you can ask. I mean, doubts ఉంటే అడగొచ్చు. అర్థమైందా? So guys, if you have any doubts over the session, you can ask. Not only from this session, you can ask for the previous sessions as well. So, okay then. Bye all. Have a nice day. And also our admin team will you contact soon.